Hi everyone, it's time for a scientific update that may be very important to your short and long-term health. According to the latest vitamin D science, many of us may need a vitamin D up beyond our daily multivitamin and doses of sunshine. Even though all our multivitamin minerals contains vitamin D well above the RDA and easily satisfies the 8-year-old Institute of Medicine's, or IOM's, recommendation for vitamin D, including blood levels, newer science suggests differently. However, in defense of the IOM's recommendation, they do admit it relates to bone health only and not necessarily the other vitamin D functions recently discovered. And therefore, a .Fit vitamin D3 supplement is available now to help boost your vitamin D levels according to the latest research, if necessary. We clearly know that most people don't get enough vitamin D at any level, since natural food sources are few, and sun exposure, which leads to the formation of vitamin D, can lead to other health issues, as we know. All right, so here's the science. The current recommendation by the Institute of Medicine is to achieve serum vitamin D levels of 20 nanograms per milliliter. Don't worry, this will all make sense in a minute. Now, this level may be sufficient for bone health alone and may be achievable with only the RDA, which is 600 to 800 IUs of vitamin D, and of course, we have more than that in our multis. But recent studies show that higher vitamin D status is associated with many other positive health outcomes, including risk reduction in cardiovascular and respiratory health problems, fractures and all-cause dementia, also associated with reductions in total mortality and enhanced exercise recovery and athletic performance. As a result, most experts, including doctors, are recommending achieving the levels set by the Task Force, and this is a long one here, ready? Task Force for Clinical Guidelines Subcommittee of the Endocrine Society, which is measured by vitamin D, specifically 25-OHD, serum concentrations of at least 30 to 40 nanograms per milliliter, so significantly higher than the IOM recommendation. Achieving this may not be possible without single high-dose vitamin D supplementation. In other words, beyond what's achievable from healthy sun exposure and/or daily multivitamin and mineral formula, even if said formula contains vitamin D3 in amounts higher than the current daily recommendation of 600 to 800 IUs, such as ours, which actually contain 1,000 to 1,200 IUs. Furthermore, relative high dosing, 2 to 3 times the RDA, appears to have no downside, but it may have a great potential upside, as we just mentioned. Therefore, in keeping with the latest research findings, we formulated a standalone vitamin D3 product. Here are the features. It is NSF Certified for sport, which means it's an additional third-party test showing that the ingredients are true to the label and free of contaminants and banned substances, but you guys know we third-party test everything. This is just another third-party test. The form of vitamin D is cholecalciferol, or D3, which is the most effective form for raising levels. Each soft gel, and this is important, each soft gel contains 1,000 IUs, which is 25 micrograms, because we're actually putting it all on labels now. So you can easily dose as needed. All right, since I told you this would all make sense in a minute, here's what to do. Continue to use your .Fit multivitamin, which contains at least 1,000 IUs of vitamin D daily. Following at least 1 month of supplementation at this level, have your doctor include a vitamin D status test, which is serum concentrations of 25-OHD, at your next checkup. They'll know what to do, as most are already doing it without asking. If your levels are less than 30 nanograms per milliliter, use the .Fit vitamin D3 supplement as needed to raise your levels above or at 30 nanograms per milliliter, as your doctor suggests. From our experience, it requires a minimum of an additional 1,000 IUs a day, so 1 capsule, to reach and maintain these levels for an average person not obtaining sufficient exposure to sunlight. At your next checkup, confirm that you've reached your vitamin D levels at greater than 30 nanograms per milliliter. There you have it. One more tool to help extend your health span and play span to become equal to your lifespan, which, as you know, is our core initiative. So it's not just about our families, but all families. Here's to growing strong, playing longer, and living better. See you again soon.